to drop at like 12:45 or so.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, 11:45. Okay. I think we are live. Hi, everyone. This is Aditya Sharma. With me, I have our guest for today, Rajdeep. Hi, Raj. How are you doing?
Doing good, Adi. How are you?
Good, good. Okay, guys. So, if you can let us know that you can hear us loud and clear, you can see us absolutely fine. That would be great. In the meantime, I'll also quickly check the connection on LinkedIn. So, I'm going to LinkedIn. And if you can let us know in the chat box, that would be very, very helpful. Okay, so I'm on the LinkedIn page. Can't see the event. Can't see the event yet. Okay, I can see it. Perfect, perfect. People are joining in. Okay, so guys, if you can also quickly like this event and repost it, that would be again very, very helpful. So quickly like it and repost it so that others can also join. And we'll wait for a few more minutes for everyone else to join, and then we will get started. Okay. Okay, Julian says yes, we can hear you well. Thanks, Julian, for confirming. Okay, perfect, perfect. Yes, audio and video is clear. Okay, that is perfect. So, guys, why don't we until everyone else join? By the way, thanks for liking it. I can see, guys, a lot of you have liked it. So, until we get started and everyone else join, why don't we get started with a brief introduction about our location as we always do? So, I'm currently located in Miami, Florida, and here I've added my location in the chat box for everyone. And specifically, I'm on Miami Beach. Where are you located, Raj?
Hey, hello everyone. I'm located in Houston, Texas. I live in a suburb called Sugarland, which is what
Okay.
20 miles from downtown Houston. I've been living here for over 10 years now.
Okay. Is there a huge Indian community out there?
Yes, you can definitely say that. A lot of Indian, Chinese people over here.
Yeah, and 20 minutes not too bad as well, right? From downtown.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
very much
20,
to.
in Texas standards, 20 miles is like next door.
Oh, 20 miles. So how long does it take to for you to travel 20 miles?
30 minutes,
Uh,
25, 30 minutes.
Okay.
The speed limit's a little higher over here. And then it's the second largest state after Alaska. So it's huge.
It's huge. Okay.
So, our expectations, we have curtailed quite a bit.
Hmm.
Folks in
Uh,
Texas, they would know.
never got a chance to travel to Texas, but we'll definitely plan. Okay. So, okay, we have people dialing in from. Oh, by the, I don't know, Raj, if you're able to, are you able to see comments on your screen on the right hand
I
side?
can I can see the comments on my screen, and I also logged in using my YouTube account, so I can post a comment as well.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Cool. So people are joining in from Bangalore, Boston, Tampa, Florida, Buffalo, Texas, Los Angeles as well. Okay. So I think we have people mostly from India, US, Dublin and Ireland. Okay. People from UK as well, Canada. Okay. Okay, cool. Well, thanks, guys, for sharing your location. One thing that I would love to know is what job role are you guys targeting, right? Although I think in the email communication that I sent out, I mentioned a little bit about Raj or what areas we are going to talk about, but I think it would be great to know the audience. So, oh, we have someone from Kenya as well. Okay, welcome, Hans. Okay. So, yeah, guys, let us know what job role are you targeting? What is your target career option so that we can understand, okay, do we have a relevant crowd? If suppose we have a few candidates who are targeting some other job role, then we can certainly bring mentors from that domain, okay? So feel free to write whatever job role you're targeting, be it business analyst, data scientist, machine learning engineer, software developer. Okay, we have attendance from Germany as well. So usually we get like people from 8 to 10 countries. I think it's very similar over here. Okay, so people are targeting data analyst, software developer, web developer, data scientist, data engineer. So Raj, mostly in your domain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seems like that. Oh, I see a DevOps as well.
Yeah, one person Salesforce consultant, which way I was Salesforce consultant at Deloitte for 3 years. So
We got a
very,
good
very well.
good coverage. Yep, Amar says software developer. Yep, full stack systems. Okay. Yep. So I think we have a fairly
Relevant crowd, right?
yeah, yeah, diverse crowd, but more focused on data related roles. And the thing is, irrespective of the domain we are talking about, security, infra, full stack,
Hmm.
data plays a very vital role in today's world. Uh, Everyone wants to see what kind of understanding, focus, experience you have with data, because let's say even for a security engineer, you need to have an understanding of how to turn to the security log, just for an example.
Yeah.
And so it kind of creates an edge on your profile, even if you are not a core data analyst or a data scientist. At least the resumes I would review for some of the roles which are not hands-on data science or data analyst kind of role, I would still look at how they look at data, because that and how they have taken data-driven decisions.
Yep. Yep. Mark says he's targeting finance manager role. Mark would love to know: are you upskilling yourself in data science or data analysis? Something how data is relevant to your role? Definitely in finance, you deal with a lot of data, but from a data science perspective, like are you as part of your job
Hello.
as well, right? So would love to know that.
Hello.
Okay, so Stuti says, could we get a link for the recorded video for this after the session? Yes, Stuti, will provide you that. Okay, cool, perfect, perfect. And guys, before we jump in with more details and we start our session with resume and LinkedIn review, would love to know if how many of you are connected with me on my email. I know I can see a lot of name Hans, Mark, like that. I'm constantly in conversation with on my email and in my community. Those who are here from my community, please raise your hand. And those who are here for the first time, just write first time, right? And those who are who've been a part of this community for quite some time, you can raise your hand or say community, right? So write community or write first time so that we get to know. Okay.
Yeah, I would also, and the only social media I have is LinkedIn. So I would also like to connect with you over LinkedIn, because that's
Yeah.
pretty much I do what I do. And it's kind of interesting. I'll share with you all. I know this is a live session, true story. Um, my job at Hortonworks, my job at Microsoft, at GP, all of these jobs I did not apply for. The
Mm.
recruiter reached out to me based on the activity in LinkedIn, and after that, obviously, there was the official application process and all these things. So I think LinkedIn is a great community to build your professional profile.
Mm.
Uh, and the thing about LinkedIn is you can't build it in 1 month, 6 months, even with the best of efforts, because the timestamp matters. How long you are engaging and helping people, right? I think that opens up a lot of doors, and that's what I personally call as inorganic uh, evangelism. Obviously, you apply for 100 jobs, you are going to get a call in few of them, right? But
Yep.
LinkedIn opens up this extremely high value opportunities where you are actually connected to the right recruiters, to the hiring managers. That kind of takes out like 10 filters out of the process, because the thing with hiring managers or recruiters are they are getting bombarded with thousands of resumes, and some of them uses ATS, some of them do not use ATS in the proper way. But sometimes even with the best of effort, uh, a well-written resume or a good candidate just falls through the crack. And that's just the reality of the current corporate world, at least for the high-profile niche job, the ones that you all are trying to apply.
Hmm. And that's so true. And a lot of times, Raj, I've seen that people don't even use their LinkedIn properly. A lot of candidates just think that putting their photo or like adding the right headline experience, that is how they should use LinkedIn. But it's a lot about posting on LinkedIn, right? Showing your personality. And actually, right after this session, and I'll have to jump like 15 minutes before the session ends. Like I'll be giving a session for Miami-Dade College exactly on how to utilize your LinkedIn to get inbound opportunities. So would love to do it here sometime as well. But you have picked an absolutely perfect point, guys. LinkedIn is the straight way. Okay, a lot of people have said that they are here for the first time. So guys, let me tell you that we have our internal community where we connect with all of we have about 5,000 people right now just in that Discord community. Apart from that, the email community is about 200,000 people uh, working in the software engineering and data science domain. I think it would be very, very helpful for all of you. You can join the Discord community either using this QR code that you can see on my screen. You can scan this QR code, or let me add the Discord community link in the chat box for you for Raja, and we share useful information in this community. You can ask for help from anyone else. Professionals also join it, right? So you'll get a lot of meaningful information. So I've shared the Discord community link in the chat box for everyone. Please take a moment, join the community. If you face any issues with the link, let me know. Once you join it, please write in the chat box joined. Okay, so that I get to know that you have successfully joined the Discord community. So please join it and let me know in the chat box, and then we'll get started on the next steps. Where is our other co-host, Dr. Amit Lal? He joined, then he disappeared for some time. Let me see.
So, Ali, I think it would also be helpful for the folks in the meeting in terms of the flow of the meeting. What
Yes.
we are, yeah.
Yes, until I think we get started on it. So we'll definitely start with our introductions, right? We'll start with Raj introduction. I'll give you an introduction of High Counselor, as I can see a lot of first time people here. The community member already know about me and High Counselor, but we'll give a quick introduction of High Counselor, our program, and then guys, today's objective is that we want to provide you feedback on your resume and LinkedIn profile directly from Raj. Raj has worked at Microsoft, has been a part of their recruitment and hiring team, has hired a lot of candidates, reviewed a lot of resumes, and definitely has cracked a lot of jobs at top tech companies, right? So we want to give you feedback directly in this live session coming from Raj. And again, the intention is not here to like uh, to say that okay, your resume is not good, but to give you feedback so that everyone else can learn. Okay, and I'm glad, Raj. So yesterday I asked just casually on email, right? I sent an email, hey, who wants to get the resume reviewed? And my email is bombarded like 200, 300 email, right, resumes at this point, right? So I've picked like some of those randomly. We can take some from people who are here today as well, and then you can go through their resumes and give a feedback on it. So guys, we'll go through some of the resumes, we'll provide real-time feedback, we'll go through some of the LinkedIn profile as well. Raj will provide the real-time feedback, and after that we'll do some Q&A with Raj, okay, in which he'll give you general guidelines on how your resume and LinkedIn should be, how you need to prepare for data science, entry to mid-level data science and machine learning engineer role at FANG companies, or specifically at Microsoft, right? So this will be a very engaging conversation for the next 45 to 50 minutes. And again, any other question that you may have, you can put that in the chat box and we'll pick your questions as well. Anything else, Raj, that you'd like to cover in this session?
No, I'm just very appreciative that you are conducting this session, because once someone applies to a job, uh, after 3 months, if the profile is not selected, They are probably going to get an email that, hey, best of luck for your job search. Keep, continue to look at other opportunities, and it's heartbreaking. 100% of the time, there is no review provided, right? In terms of if your resume can be optimized, if your experience is not matching because of this reasons. So getting constructive live feedback, I think it's very, very valuable. And it kind of applies to all of us who is presenting here as well. If someone who is my peer is looking at my resume, I would absolutely be grateful if I get some constructive feedback, because it's the constant improvement. And that's the way the tech world moves. I mean, it's such dynamic that whatever you have done 2 years back, even if you have 2 decades of experience, you can make it better because the tech is changing and the way hiring is getting done, that is also changing rapidly. So I'm very, very appreciative of this session, and I think it's very apt. So thank you so much for organizing this session, Adi and Amit.
Thanks, Raj, for your time. And everyone, we made a little bit blunder in sending calendar invite to Raj. We sent it for tomorrow, and then I called him this morning that, hey, can you make it in 20 minutes? And he made it. So thanks, Raj. Thanks a lot for
Adi is sending me a $200 Amazon.
maybe, maybe for sure. Okay, so I think people have joined our community. So I think we are good to get started, guys. So let's, why don't we start with a brief introduction? So, guys, we'll start with Raj introduction, our introduction, a quick overview of High Counselor, and then we're going to start with reviewing a few resumes. I already have one resume with me. I mean, I have a lot of resumes, but if any one of you is specifically interested, just raise your hand, and then we'll take it from there. Okay. So, to get started, Raj, why don't we get started with your introduction? Why don't you tell us a little bit about your journey from India to US to where you're today?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So I'll tell you, guys, something more that's not written on my LinkedIn profile because it's kind of sharp. Um, but I come from a city called Calcutta or Kolkata in India. So born and brought up over there. Did my engineering over there as well. I'd been an avid sports fan. I played professionally quite a few years, but those were pre-IPL days for folks who are
Mhm.
aware of cricket. So unless you are like the cream de la cream, you have no, coming from a middle class family, you have no way to make money out of cricket. So I left cricket and got into this uh, the other easier street for me, which is engineering. Um, and I before I talk about my journey in software engineering, data science, and analytics, I would like to make a comment. Um, we all kind of work hard, try our best, but I think all of our professional and personal journey is shaped by a little bit of stroke of luck. It can be 10, 20, 30%. And so for me, I got lucky. So my first job was through a campus recruitment in Infosys. Um, I batch topped in, so Infosys has a 3 months intensive training in Mysore as a batch topper. No idea about computer programming. I mean, I had a computer, but I would play games over there. And the first project I got was for Apple. It was a secret project back then called MobileMe. I was a backend developer working in the reporting team. Now that product in Apple is called iCloud. So irrespective of the best of my effort, would I have gotten a chance to work in Apple Cloud, iCloud, with such massive data? And these were pre-Hadoop and Spark days. So we were writing, distributed programming using Perl and Unix shell scripting. So just that experience that I got, that kind of shaped my entire career. I personally owe this to luck.
Hmm.
Um, and then I came to US first in 2010 in Hartford. It was so cold. I came in December. I went back,
Mhm.
and then in 2012, and in US, my journey has been again amazing. I've been grateful to kind of make so many wonderful professional connections. I think the the inflection point in my career started when I joined from JP Morgan to Hortonworks. So folks who are not familiar with Hortonworks, they got merged with Cloudera now, and now it's called Cloudera.
My
Uh,
roommate, my roommate at Duke landed his first job at Horton Works and worked there for 3 years. Do you know Anubhav Avasthi by any chance?
that name definitely sounds a bell. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Hortonworks was like the company back then
Yeah.
because of its great contribution in everything big data and amazing. I got joined Microsoft because I was seeing cloud. Uh, the customers I would work in Hortonworks, they all had a huge cloud focus, and I kind of felt like cloud is the way to go.
Mhm.
Um, Worked for 4 years at Microsoft and then GP, and currently I'm the global vice president of industry solutions at Nudesic, which is IBM subsidiary. So my role here at Nudesic is to create cutting edge innovative products for core industry solutions. So we are talking about manufacturing, oil and gas, and these are extremely large scale industrial Internet of Things solutions. Obviously, data analytics. We use Spark a lot, time series analytics, custom machine learning, and obviously a huge focus on Gen AI. So again, I've been extremely lucky, and I'm lucky to meet Adi as well, a great human being, doing
Thank
an
you.
amazing thing for the community, and so glad to be here. Hopefully, I can be of some help. So thank you, Adi.
Thanks, Raj, for kind words. Because I mean, the people don't tell this about me, so glad to hear such words about me.
Can't blame them.
Okay, so okay, that's thanks Raj for taking us through your journey, and somebody told me that there is a luck factor definitely, but still you should not believe that there is any concept like luck, and still just work hard because it may or may not strike, so you can't just rely upon it. But
No, yeah. So, that's a good point. I'll just tell you one sentence and then give it over to you. So, in my opinion, at least people who are on the data science, data analytics side of the house, the hard work is kind of given because of the heavy competition in the field. So, if
mm,
you are not working hard, not bending your back, forget about luck or anything. I mean, unless you own the company, you have I don't think you have any chance. The competition is severe. So with hard work, consistent hard work, luck kind of comes to you and kind of strikes you. And you just need that one stroke of green. So that's just my opinion though.
absolutely true. Okay, so Amit sir, would you like to go next? Let me share my screen as well. By the way, Raj, we forgot to make slide for you.
Not an issue.
That's why I took a lot of time.
Hey, hi everyone. This is Dr. Amit. I work as a head of business operations at High Counselor. I did my bachelor's into computer science. Back then, I was also very interested in computer science. Then later on, I realized that this is not my cup of tea. So I did my MBA program into marketing and human resources. Did my PhD into marketing research. I was also an alumni to research school in IMA. Uh, I've worked for various companies back in India like in Wipro, Reliance, and ICICI Bank. Then I moved to teaching, worked for 10 years in teaching different universities, and public and private. And now, when I get time, I teach on YouTube. I have with the same name, Dr. Amit Lal, you can search. And I have a following of almost 125K over there.
Okay, perfect. A little bit about my background, guys. So, did my BTech from NIT Jalandhar back in 2012. Then did my masters in 2015 from Duke University. Landed my first job at PricewaterhouseCoopers as a tech consultant. Worked there for about a year, and then moved to Deloitte Consulting in 2016. Worked there for 3.5 years as a tech consultant. Was also part of the recruitment team for entry level candidates. In 2020, I decided to leave my job from Deloitte and launch High Counselor. It's been 4 years that we have launched High Counselor, helped more than 800 candidates land a job in the US. And in this journey of launching High Counselor, we have raised over $2 million from VCs in Silicon Valley, including venture capital firms, angel investors, and edtech entrepreneurs. Now, let me give you a brief overview of High Counselor, why we started High Counselor, and what we offer at High Counselor, so that those who are first-time members, they would also get to know about High Counselor a little bit. So, guys, when we launched High Counselor, we tried to solve three major challenges. So, people who struggle to land an entry-level job, they face three major issues. First is they lack hands-on work experience. Second is they lack interview opportunities. A lot of people just know that online job application is the only way of landing an interview call. And third is that people are unprepared for interviews. Once people land an interview call, which is a very, very challenging task, they're unable to crack it. So we launched High Counselor as a 360-degree career accelerator where we provide end-to-end help for job search, which includes everything for your interview prep, providing you technical upskilling courses, connecting you with mentors like Rajdeep for a one-on-one session so that you can prepare for your target job role. If you do not have relevant work experience on your resume, we help you with internships. We help you with real world projects that you can add to your resume, get a relevant experience over there. We help you build your LinkedIn profile and and optimize your resume as well. In addition, we specifically focus on how to utilize your LinkedIn to uh, find a job as well, right? Not just through online job application, but also by building your personal brand on LinkedIn. Once you're ready for your job search, we help you get interview calls as well by matching right jobs for you at one place, by applying to jobs on your behalf. We provide you our team member and our tools that apply to hundreds of jobs for you. And also, we provide you our tool that helps you network with people through email and get referrals. And definitely, we have our internal network of employers as well, where if there is a relevant job available, we refer you. We support only two roles at the moment. One is a software engineering role, and another one is a data science role. So, any job in software engineering, be it front end, back end, or full stack development, we should be able to help you out. Any job in data science, that is data analyst, data scientist, data engineer, AI/ML, business intelligence analyst, we should be able to help you out. By the way, this end-to-end job search help is only available for students or people who are looking for a job in the United States and those who are physically located in the US. Anyone who's outside of the US, we are unable to help with this service. Okay. Now we work on success-based payment. That means you need to apply to High Counselor. We will evaluate your application. If your application is a right fit for us, we will accept you at High Counselor. And once you're accepted, there is no upfront payment. It's $0. You only pay once you land a job. Once you land a job, you pay us $15,000 in monthly installments until you meet that $15,000 criteria. But there is no upfront payment, no hidden cost, nothing at all. The first week of our program is absolutely free. So you can try it for 1 week. If it works out for you, you can continue. If it doesn't work out, you can always leave. The details of our program is, as I said, that we'll be providing you a lot of one-on-one mentorship sessions. We'll be doing your LinkedIn and resume review. There will be an upskilling courses, plus a lot will be related to your job search support as well. If you want to learn more about our program, have any questions, we conduct info session on every Tuesday and Thursday. You can sign up for that. I'll show you that quickly. I would also recommend you to go to our website and check out some of the experiences of our alumni. That would also give you a great idea on how we conduct the entire program and how people have landed a job in the past. So, if you're interested in our upcoming cohort, which actually starts in 2 weeks from now, you can simply go to our website, highcounselor.com, click on apply to upcoming cohort, and click on this start application. Fill out this application. We'll review your application within 24 to 48 hours and let you know our admission decision. Sometimes we also connect with candidates one-on-one to take their interview to identify if they're a right fit for us. As I mentioned you about the info session, if you are interested in the info session, you can simply click on this link, sign up for our info session, and pick a time for any Tuesday or Thursday when we conduct an info session at about 6 p.m. Eastern time, where myself or one of my team members will be available to answer any questions you may have. Okay. So I look forward to seeing your application. And guys, one more thing, that one of our alumni landed a job at Microsoft just 2 weeks ago as a data scientist, and we conducted a detailed conversation with him on his job search journey. So I will also be sharing his detailed conversation with all of you over email, where he has shared what interview questions he encountered, right? How he applied. So I think that would also help you in applying for Microsoft and other similar companies. Okay. The link to apply for our upcoming program, let me put it on the screen for everyone. Da, 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 da. Where is it? Okay, so here is the link. Okay, I think we are good to get started with the resume reviews. A lot of people have shared the link of their resume. Let's pick one person randomly. Why don't we start with Jose Bati? Okay, let me share the link. Raj, would you like to share your screen and provide an overview? I think it will be easier for you. So I can share this link with you on LinkedIn, or where do you want me to share the link?
You can send it in the private chat, LinkedIn, whichever works for
Yeah,
you.
I think there's a chat as well. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Just a comment to all. I've been using. Oh yeah, there's a private chat option. Yes. So here I've shared the link with you. Why don't you pick this resume and we can get started on it? Okay, and guys, this is just first resume, so we'll be reviewing a lot more resumes. Okay, have you got the link, Raj?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
I've got the link and I've opened it as well. So
can you share your screen?
yes. So one second. Just 1 second.
Yep,
Okay.
take your time.
So here present.
Okay,
Okay. Share screen. Let me know if you can. Oh, okay, that's good. I'll just share the particular window.
So, how many resumes we are going to review today?
so we have like half an hour. So let's see how Raj reviews it. Like if it takes more time, and then we'll also go through like one or two LinkedIn profile. I think that would also help a lot of people.
Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay, great, great. Okay, so disclaimer, right? I'm seeing this for the first time, and Hosu, if you're here, I would like to take the review in a good spirit, right? Um, so what's my impression, right? I'll probably be blunt. Uh, One problem that I have with the resume. Uh, Let me take a step back. I don't think this resume is ever going to come to me. Uh, and the reason is the format of the resume, right? So it's difficult for the ATS to kind of extract all the information, right? That's one. Uh, Secondly, even if it extracts, it does not shows kind of a executive summary, which I think is very important because if I am spending, and I'm just taking the role of a hiring manager, if I'm spending 30 seconds or 10 seconds on the resume, for the first few lines, I want to understand what this person is, what is the strength of the person, right? Uh, what I see in this resume is obviously there is a contact information, there is skills, there is work experience, but I have to like dig and keep on digging to understand what is the super strength of this candidate. I'm less um, I'm less interested about the education. Obviously, it matters, right? So this is good that the education is at the end, not at the front. So that's a good thing about the resume.
Raj, one quick question on summary. Like a lot of people says that only experienced people should add summary. Is it like true, or is it like anybody, if somebody has graduated recently, he can also add a summary of
Yeah,
some of whatever internship or experience he have?
yeah, great question, right? So this is opinionated. This is
Okay.
not uh, true or false. I
Okay.
personally like to take a look at the summary, and my theory is very simple. If someone is trying to make a decision in 10 seconds that whether this person is going to read through the resume and spend couple of minutes, there needs to be a 10-second snapshot of the superpower of this person. So let's say someone is in grad school, final year, right? Even that person has a superpower. Let's say that person has published a paper or have done an amazing project. So just
Okay.
a few lines of that, um, which is very similar to a LinkedIn tagline, right? That attracts the attention of the hiring manager, right? And the length of the resume, two-pager, is good. I think so. There is a lot of floating concepts in the internet that if you have less than 15 years of experience, you should have a one-pager resume. I personally feel um, it's kind of, unless you are a fresher, you have no job experience, not even an internship experience, it's a little difficult to put like crumb everything within one page. So two-page I think is a good length. So lengthwise I'm okay.
So
um,
one query which we get at high counselor is sometimes the candidate has, let's say, 2 years of experience, right? So in that situation, his resume goes to one and a half page, right? So is it like better to concise it to one, or is it better to like expand it to two?
So the real estate of the resume page is very, very important. So if you can concise it into one page, that's amazing, right? But it needs a lot of skill to concise everything into one page. If you are going to the second page, I would really request the candidate uh, to use the real estate of the second page. So, for example, this resume, one bigger problem in formatting is if you see the left hand side, it's kind of
Completely empty.
exactly. So that's not a good use of the real estate, right? And secondly, to your exact question, so let's say someone with 2 years of experience, let's say even after utilizing the real estate, the person is getting to 1.5 page, right? At that point, it's kind of very easy to make it a little bit bigger, to utilize the rest 25% in terms of creating uh, a star-like story, right? Situation, task, action, result. So design. So let me just pick up one of these, right? Design the full website for the world's largest mountain hiking event organized by Saya. Amazing, right? Now, what was uh, this world's largest mountain hiking event doing before the full website? So that's the situation, right? The task is obviously written here, right? Action, obviously, you have designed and deployed. And then the results. What is the result? Fine, you have designed a website, but did that help the mountain hiking event? So, for example, a result can be 30% more user engagement or registration because of this website, right? So that's actually very impactful. So if you need put less points, but those KPIs and writing it in a star format is very important. You don't need to have 10 different points, but 1 or 2 points with the star that can create an impact on the hiring manager's mind. Um, okay, the other big thing is there is no LinkedIn profile. It's an industry
Mm.
standard,
Yep.
right? Uh, Without a LinkedIn profile, I'm not even going to look at a resume. Very simple. You might not use it every day. That's your personal preference. But your LinkedIn profile, your connections, uh, that kind of creates an immediate sense of trust, right? Um, so those are some of the things that comes to my mind.
Yeah.
The
One
other
more.
thing is the email. Sorry, and just one last point.
Yeah.
The email, the kind of emails you are using, maybe you can make it better. Just ask ChatGPT. Give me some nice email IDs or professional email IDs. I'm not saying this is horrible, uh, but let's say Hozu Bate underscore data analytics. That can be another email ID. That email ID itself also conveys some sense that okay, the person is fully ingrained into that particular application, particular job field. I'll take a pause. Go ahead, Adi.
Hmm. Now, one quick thing here, Raj. So, I met a lot of candidates who joined different consultancies or staffing companies in the US, and these staffing companies asked, I think, inflated their resume, their experience on their resume to like 1 year to like 6 years or 7 years, and asked them to take off their LinkedIn profile. You think that's a good idea? Right to, right? I think because when you go to their if you have their LinkedIn profile link on their resume by any chance previous like from their previous application, you see that that LinkedIn profile has been taken down.
Right. So if you are forging your resume, that's an easy way to do. Right. Ask ChatGPT; it can give you thousands of experience.
Hmm.
Uh, that's the worst thing you can do to hurt your long-term professional career. Right. Uh, Firstly, any good employer is going to find it out because they do a background verification. All of them does. You won't even know I can't even tell you the kind of background verification that happened when I joined JP Morgan because I was part of the investment banking. They actually contacted. So I was in Houston. They contacted my the background agency that JP hired. They contacted my local police station in Kolkata. So
Really?
Oh my God.
yeah, because I was part of JP Morgan's investment banking, not the retail chase banks, right? So forging, no, you know that's the worst thing you can do to yourself. The hiring manager doesn't care. Firstly, you will not get a high profile job, right? Because they would do the background checking. Now, what you can do to buff up your experience, you can be part of an open source project, right? I can post some links of GitHub repos over here. You can pick up any open source project that is there in GitHub, fork it, add comments. If you can't contribute to the code, if the code is too complex, right? Um, Pick up a Kaggle challenge. These are high impactful experiences, and yes, this counts as experience more than you working for some company making it up, because that's not sustainable.
Or the project that we planned to do 2 weeks ago,
Exactly.
right?
High counselor has n number of projects. Pick a project, go through that project, contribute back. I will bet you Adi will refer you, put you in a LinkedIn post. Okay, this person not only worked in the project, made it better, or create a data set. Use ChatGPT, create a data set, make the data set more realistic. Publish the data set in High Counselor or Kaggle or some of the more established sites. Buff up your GitHub profile, right? Uh, go and attend seminars and conferences. There are hundreds of them that get organized in North America, but all over the world as well, and kind of network, right? That becomes very important. And some of the conference, if the organizers likes you, they might even give you an opportunity to speak, and that's amazing, right? That kind of shows your intent and inclination to advance the field. I think that is very important, and that sense needs to be communicated. And that's why I said uh, a summary line is kind of important. Again, it's very opinionated, but that becomes important. Um,
I've
and
added
then yes, go
yeah,
ahead.
I've added one more resume link for you in the chat, Raj.
Just to add to what Raj, you know that we have recently introduced a new program to this, like hands-on training program on project development, because we were able to see the data that a lot of people were not able to complete the project.
95% people.
95% people. So now we came up with a program, which is a hands-on training program, where we make sure that anyone should join and complete 3 projects end to end with full support from our instructors.
Exactly. And that's the right experience. So you can talk about the project. That this is a project I have done. Yes, it's not a live project with a large organization, but that's fair. That also kind of helps you breach the trust. Whoever is interviewing you, they will understand, okay, this person is not making this up. He's saying that this is a project where he worked intensively, but for learning purposes. And that's good enough. Because anyways, the things you have done, you might or might not 100% apply in your job, right? Because job is very different. What happens with your customers or the organization you are doing or the product you are building, so your focus becomes very narrow. Let me stop sharing and then open up the other resume.
Mhm.
Yeah, I got it, Adi. Just 1 second. I'll just move the tab. Oh, I need access, so I just requested access.
Okay, that's not an open link. Then we can pick another resume.
Okay.
Okay, let me pick another one. So I'm sharing another link with you, Raj, in the chat box. And here you go.
Yeah. While you do that, I see there is a question. Is it necessary to make a portfolio if we have a GitHub and LinkedIn profile? Absolutely. I didn't knew that. I created a portfolio of what in I guess 2014 or 15. I've been using GitHub for 15 years before that. So portfolio again, you can create a GitHub portfolio. It's free, right? You will get a github.io link. uh, it again summarizes the projects that you have worked in, and the link kind of goes, you can link it back to the GitHub repo. Because again, no one wants to read your GitHub repo because it's kind of messy, right? So the portfolio is a good way to organize, right? um, I don't know whether I can put my portfolio link over there or not, but my portfolio is there, and then you can go to my GitHub and essentially copy the code and use the same kind of look and theme. I'll post it, but let me quickly look at this resume. But you will get n number. Oh no, I also don't have access to this, Adi. I requested access as well over there.
Okay,
Uh,
guys, you're probably not sharing the link that is open for everyone. Let me share a few more with you, okay? And see
Yeah.
which one is. So, guys, whenever you share any link, just share the open link for everyone. So, by the way, I shared Swati's and Anne Mary's resume. Can you try this one?
I'm going to get the last link. Let's see.
Okay, Amit sir. So I'm jumping off from the meeting for my another meeting. Can you take the link and like share with Raj, right, in the
No,
private
you are taking it from LinkedIn, right?
from LinkedIn? Yeah, yeah.
I can't. The last one that you sent also, I'm kind of constantly requesting access.
Guys, this is let me. Yeah, you guys are just sharing. I also tried it, and it's a closed link. And guys, again, this is also very important. Look, attention to detail, right? Whenever you are working or probably sharing things, right? This is what I've seen, that people just do the work, but the attention to details are missing, right? So when you're sharing it, definitely we don't have access to your email, so we need those open links. So I'm sharing another one. Let's try this one as well.
Yeah, or I can kind of walk everyone through the portfolio, because that's kind of interesting. If that makes sense, I don't know. Just kind of.
Yeah. Or we can, now we can pick up a few LinkedIn profile from the comments, right? And you can go through some of the LinkedIn profile. Let me share some of the LinkedIn
Oh,
profiles with
I
you.
got the last one. Yeah. So I got one. Okay, let me quickly share my screen. So I think we should be good.
Okay, and I'll share a few LinkedIn profiles as well that you can go after this one. Okay.
Got you. Share. Let me know if you guys can see my screen.
We
Yeah, wait. Yeah, we can see that now.
Okay, cool. So let's quickly go through this resume. So kudos, right? One pager resume, amazing. Um, very concise, looks good on the eyes. Now let me kind of start peeling it off a little bit, right? So one big problem you might have, although this is a well crafted, and I can understand that you have spent a lot of time in creating this resume, is the ATS checker, right? So automated tracking system, right? So when you submit a resume, it goes through ATS system 80% of the time. It might not be able to pick up all these details because of the formatting, because it's a computer system, right? It might not be. So you are essentially assuming the ATS system is going to be super fancy. It can take a format like this, so it might not be able to. It just reads from top to bottom, and when you are reading from top to bottom, you might, the contact is kind of mingled with the profile, and that's just my opinion. If it passes the ATS system, goes to the hiring manager, then yes, then this is something definitely they are going to look at. um, Student with hands-on experience, um, object-oriented and keen interest in AI technologies, eager to contribute to and a passion for innovation to a dynamic team. Okay, so one thing is the collaboration, right? So you might want to add something on the collaboration, and you might want to give one small example, right over, because this is your highlight. Uh, the more generic you make it, the more interesting it becomes, right? So pick up one small example, right? Just one liner. Projects, e-commerce app. I think the same thing, right? To provide real-time, accurate time data. So the KPIs are not here. I mean, you have listed some of the KPIs, but there is no number. Key performance indicator, right? So it should be quantified, right? And you can put a range. Let's say real-time data from, it was 1 minute latency before you worked on the project. Now it's 10-second to 20-second latency. That's 80% improvement, right? That's the data I would like to see, right? Uh, Integrate a backend API to provide real-time accurate item data. That's great, but again, the accuracy, 195% accurate data, that becomes very impactful. um, Certification AI for everyone. Yeah, so these things are good, skills are good. uh, See, this is a like a very nice email ID, right? Your first name last name @gmail.com. Again, looks very clean. uh,
Uh,
Go ahead.
is the format is good, or like you said that for making it more ATS friendly, the format should be used more professional format, I would say.
Yeah, more simple, right?
Simple,
Top
yeah,
to bottom. Because if you think about ATS, it's a parser, right?
yeah.
And God knows I've written hundreds of parsers. Parsers are reading from top to bottom. Um, Obviously, it can do image tracking and all, because you're giving it a PDF format, which is a closed format. So ideally, in the ideal scenario, it should be top to bottom. And still, this can be done in one pager. So I don't like formats which are divided. It looks good on my eyes, so I like to read it, but the ATS does not likes it. So I don't get a lot of profile. That's kind of a statistics.
And I guess most probably you will not be able to see because ATS will most probably drop this.
Exactly. So I
Yeah.
don't get to see profiles like this, which makes me believe, I'm sure people are, because this kind of profile floats in the internet, so people are working on this kind of resume, but it never comes to me.
Yeah, got it. So now we can, Raj, if we can take some LinkedIn profile, like maybe two LinkedIn profile. And I guess Aditya has already posted in the private chat.
Okay. So let me stop sharing. StreamYard. Okay. Uh, let's take the first one.
So
Okay.
let's say if any recruiter visits a LinkedIn account and he sees that the candidate is not so active on LinkedIn, uh, does it negatively impact candidate's chance?
Uh, It does, because if you are trying to highlight LinkedIn, because LinkedIn again has serves two purposes. One is obviously sharing your professional reach, what you are doing, but it also serves a very important purpose in my mind, and that's your collaborative mindset. How are you contributing to the community? How are you engaging with other members? In a
Hmm.
professional world, you have worked in so many blue chip companies, you know that it's a single player is not a good hire, because someone with who is a fresher or a new joiner to a couple of years of experience, that person needs to be a team player, and that person needs to have the growth mindset of constant learning. You can only learn if you are engaging. If you are disengaged, you cannot learn. So those are some of the soft qualities that the recruiter or the hiring manager would look for, and probably look for it with an unconscious kind of feeling. Like if you just scroll through someone's LinkedIn profile, you can understand the level of engagement, right?
Okay,
That puts a sweet
that makes
taste
sense.
in your mouth, right? So before
Yeah.
even the interview, that psychological aspect kind of plays in. Okay, even this person is new, doesn't have a lot of experience, but this person is constantly engaging with the community. You tell me, I mean, you would love
Yeah,
to work with this person.
yeah, obviously, obviously.
So I
Oh,
do have a hard stop. So let me just quickly uh, do one LinkedIn review.
yeah,
Uh, okay, here. Okay.
yeah. I'll just add your screen. Yeah. And guys, don't get disappointed if your resume or LinkedIn didn't got picked today. We'll have another session soon, but the plan is to understand and make changes accordingly. It's not about only getting like a feedback. It is also about learning from anybody's feedback. And I guess Raj has already shared a lot of good feedback in this session. Yeah. Okay. So we have a resume, LinkedIn.
Okay. So firstly, uh, it's a well crafted LinkedIn profile, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Anne Maria, this is good. This is a great start, right? Um, Now the I see the GitHub, so you can put a GitHub link right on the top, right? Right over here, after the contact info, so you can add it, like visit my GitHub, and you need to create a portfolio for that. Maybe we can do a separate session for portfolio creation. I see the top skills. I see you are active, and active, when you're active means you're also commenting, um, and reposting, which you are doing here. Um, the experience, the way you have written is good. I see there are some KPIs. You have attached your skills to the experience, so this is very good.
It's a good profile.
Yeah, this is a good profile.
Very
Now,
good profile.
if I am trying to give constructive feedback, so let's look at the skills. Okay, so one of the constructive feedback I would give is you can add uh, 50 or more skills. So you can put more interpersonal skills. So if you see here, it breaks down the skills. how you're collaborating, your communication. Because guess what? In real life, that's very important. You might be the best data
That
scientist
is
in
the
the
most important, I would say.
exactly
Most
right. Your
important.
presentation skills, your
Yes.
writing skills. So those things can be, and you have used it, right? And Maria, so it's probably good to kind of attach it because that's important. Because many of the job applications in LinkedIn, they have those skills as tag words, and then they kind of try to map it with the profile. So if you are applying through LinkedIn, it might not get picked up because LinkedIn ATS will block. I do not know because it's a closed system, but that would be my best guess.
And I guess a lot of job description do have these kind of like
Oh yeah,
interpersonal keywords attached to it.
exactly, exactly. But otherwise, this is a good profile. The only other thing is your membership in some of the some organizations. So there are other things that you can add. If you have published some work, let's say even have you have written an article, uh, uh, you can put it in volunteering and things like that, right? In publishing and volunteering. So there are some other LinkedIn tabs you can use to even make the profile good. But I think this is a great start.
Okay. If you have time, Raj, we can do one more. Otherwise,
I I do have a hard stop, but we can definitely do a follow up session because I think this is a great
okay.
session and it's going
And
to
I guess
be
we are already ahead of time. We have done more than 1 hour now.
yes.
But no worries. I guess Raj has given a very quick and very detailed feedback on the resume as well as on LinkedIn. And we can take, like, if you have few questions, we can take one or two questions and then we can end up the session. So guys, if you have any questions from Raj, this is the high time you can ask questions. We can take up few questions and then because we are live for more than 1 hour now, and we'll come back again most probably with another session with Raj. And specifically, he's also like happy to share the portfolio one. So we'll take one on portfolio most
Yeah,
probably.
yeah.
Uh,
I can just for everyone's sake, I'll just put the let's see.
Guys, any questions for this session? How did you find this session?
I do have to drop off. Amit, you can continue.
Okay, no worries. I'll take up.
Thank you so much. Thank
Thank you,
you,
Raj.
everyone.
Thank you so much. Okay, so how much it is important to practice lead code questions? It is important to practice lead code question, guys, because if you get a technical round, most probably you get programming questions, coding questions. So for that, it really helps you. Please send some projects from GitHub. I guess we'll do a separate session on GitHub and project building. For that, we'll definitely do it. Is it essential to have a domain for a portfolio? I guess yes. If you can mention it on the LinkedIn, if you have a portfolio page, you can write it. Anna, thank you. Anna, thank you. I saw your resume also, Anna. It was good, although it was not picked up over here, but I checked it. It was looking good, and it was ATS friendly also. Although I have not gone through in complete details, but based on basic overview, I found it much in a much better shape. How many projects should be mentioned in the CV? I guess three is good, depending upon the experience you have. So if you have more experience, you can like write less number of projects. But if you have less experience, you should write at least 3 to 4 projects. Do we have a follow-up session with this? It depends upon Raj availability. Most probably, if he's available, we'll be happy to do one more session with him. Okay. How to switch from a .NET development role to a data scientist? I guess there are multiple ways to do it. One of the ways is by doing a degree or something. If you have you are investing into it. If you're not, you can do various types of courses, or you can do some hands-on projects. But you have to be, if you are into you want come to data analyst role, you have to be good in Python, SQL, and a visualization tool. Okay, the questions. Is it easier the career transition software development to experienced professional? I guess already answered this one. Is it okay to add our photo in our resume? I would not prefer that, because if you are mentioning your LinkedIn profile over there, your photo is there on the LinkedIn, so they can check it out. What is the best website to recommend for? I guess there are so many like JobScan, or there are so many. Even we also have one tool available on our website. You can check that. Can you have a scan through my resume? Sorry, Raj, today will not be able to take it. How can we check the ATH score? I guess there are a lot of tools available online. You can just even like with ChatGPT and all, it is much easier to check now. What data structure level is while sitting for DS? Yes, it will, because it is a DS role. So most of the data structure becomes the real key. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I have taken a lot of questions today for this one, and Raj is also not here, but and Aditya is also busy. So we'll be meeting again very soon in the next session, and we'll be happy to take some more resume, more CV, more LinkedIn profiles, and we'll take up more queries. Thank you for now, and we'll be meeting in the next session. Bye bye. Take care.